I'll start with Nana. Nana, when you hear the theme being read out, Ghana's death by galamsey, who will bell the cat? What runs through your mind as a traditional leader?
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
I would have answered very quickly and shortly by saying what goes into my head is the lecture that has just been given about who the cat is and who the mouse is. But let me deviate a bit from your question and make an attempt to give my opinion, which I believe is the reason why I'm here. I'm not representing any traditional authorities. I'm here in my own right as a citizen of Ghana to give an opinion of galamsey. When I had this invitation, I tried very hard to craft my ideas, and I came to the conclusion that if I talk about galamsey, I will be talking to the converted. Everybody who is here is anti-galamsey. I'll have to make that assumption. So I tried to look for a solution to the problem. So I would defer to the moderator, and at his own time, when he decides that I should make a contribution towards solution, I will. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. But I think I'll stay with you, if you may, because as a traditional leader, and you speak for yourself, but as a traditional leader, why have traditional leaders actually failed to take a stronger stance against galamsey? It's something that beats a lot of people's minds, because I hear on TV and radio, the Chinese don't know where to go, or the foreigners or whoever. They have to go through a traditional authority to get access to land to dig up. So why are the chiefs not pushing back?
To be honest with you, I am not in agreement with you on the fact that chiefs have failed in fighting this galamsey. There are so many reasons, and I know that some Chinese and some other nationals go to these places, not only see the chiefs. Some citizens in the villages, in the towns, have taken upon themselves to be agents of destruction. And they meet these people, and they themselves have farms. And there are no legal sanction on any chief who gives a land to be farmed, and it is turned into galamsey. No sanctions whatsoever. That is one. Two, chiefs have not got the sort of powers that you think they have. Let me give you an example, a typical example. When we were being colonized, even the colonizers left the chiefs with more power than our own people who took over. There was a case that got to Supreme Court of Ghana. Incidentally, as a lawyer, I agree with the decision of the Supreme Court. But listen to me. The case that went to Supreme Court was to determine whether the chief of a community has the right to compel a habitant to come to the palace to answer some charges. You know what the Supreme Court said? The Supreme Court said the chief has no right to compel any habitant, any citizen, or not even citizen, anybody who lived within his jurisdiction to come to the palace to answer any question. He said, the Supreme Court said, even the President of Ghana has no power to compel a citizen to go to Jubilee House. If he thinks the citizen has offended the law, the president should report to the police. As a lawyer, I see the legal argument in this. But as a citizen, I say to myself, it is not everything that must be judged in a legal manner. There are other things in life more than law. Live, let's live. Humanity. Supreme Court could have decided that, if all the palaces refuse to adjudicate on civil cases, the whole judicial system in Ghana will collapse. At least the Supreme Court ought to have known that chiefs are allowed to adjudicate on civil cases. So the Supreme Court could have said, as long as the matter is a civil matter, you are compelled to go and see the chief. In that case, the chief whose land has been given to somebody, galamsey, could have called him to the palace and said, listen, I don't want to do galamsey on my land. So please if you're going to continue, put my land, I was going to say down, and leave. Even that the chief cannot do.
Right.
So to say that the chiefs have failed in contributing towards eliminating galamsey is a bit harsh, to say the least.
Thank you very much, Nana. So